stimulating, mind expansive.
It's no sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast. We are live on the internet, believe it or not. And believe it or not, I am AJ Simmons, 1/3 of your comedy trio this evening. We are a comedy podcast, a comedy trio, which means I got some comedy jokes for you.
Oh, comedy jokes.
He's the only one.
As if there was any other kind of joke. You know? First, depending on what part of the country I'm in, I feel like sometimes I have to explain that I'm an Iowan, but not that Iowan, you know?
Yeah.
When I'm out and about in the world, where they're like, oh, wow, Iowa. I'm like, yeah, but it's like I think gay people can be married, but also
Yeah.
ranch plays way too big of a role in my life, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of those Iowans.
Yeah.
More of a premise, really.
Yeah. There's some meat on those bones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something there.
Yep.
Next one.
Growing those potatoes.
I don't want to show my age.
Yeah.
I don't want to show my age too much, but I remember the Roku City before the robots attacked.
Yes.
I remember that as well.
Yeah. I remember before the Bachelorette was advertising on the main street there. You know what I mean? It is funny to watch
It's a
it kind
nice
of
city.
change,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
change over time. I've spent a lot of time just kind of zoning out at it.
All the cars are from movies or
Really?
TV shows, I've noticed.
Oh,
Like it's the Mad Max car, and then it's like Cruella de Vil's car.
famous
And then-
movie
yeah.
cars.
But not like blatantly. Like you wouldn't notice unless you were like, I think.
Unless you were Toll McGrain.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it for me. Cut to Toll. With he has very good jokes today.
I was really trying desperately. I was looking for stuff to talk about, but I've got a headline. Dave Grohl's wife, Jordan Bloom, was reportedly shocked to discover her rock star husband had fathered a baby with another woman. If she wasn't shocked, who fucking cares? I mean, but then later it says more surprise than shock
No.
because he's out there. Like, well, I don't know why. I mean, I get why people care about this because Dave Grohl had a baby outside of his marriage, but like, aren't rock stars supposed to be shit? I mean, I guess the point. Dave Grohl was like the one that wasn't a shithead.
He was.
This wouldn't have been a story in the 80s.
But after I saw, it's what I'm saying. After I saw him on Hot Ones, I'm like, this guy fucks. He's kind of a shithead because he got hammered on Hot Ones.
Yeah, he did kind of have a little party animal there.
Yeah, and he made the host, drink. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
What was that? Then I had.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
weird.
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm interrupting you telling jokes.
I'm not
to comment on the
Please
joke.
do. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Toll doesn't understand that concept.
Yeah, I would never interrupt anyone.
Yeah, on the Dave Grohl thing, I mean, I guess I shouldn't have interrupted because it's such a stupid non-point, but I'm like, who cares?
I don't fucking care.
I'm like, it's such a personal matter. Like, why does the world need to know?
Yeah,
I guess part of it is that he was so beloved, maybe.
Right. It's interesting, but
But
it's also like, is it?
I grew up watching Rock of Love with that guy from Poison.
Yeah, fucking 50 chicks at once.
Yeah. Or Flavor of Love.
All trying to bang. Yeah. Is that your joke of 50 chicks all trying to fuck Flavor Flav? Like, what the hell's going on here? Like, is that really a prize?
Yeah, I said Flavor Flav was in 2007. Flavor Flav was the prize in a game show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People were vying for him.
I don't know,
Yes.
man.
Brett Michaels. That was the
Brett Michaels, yeah. Clearly, how bald is Brett Michaels? Is he like AJ bald?
I would
Wearing
have to
that
guess
bandana
because it's like a bandana.
Always with the long hair,
Yeah.
Well, and I
the
imagine
long bleach blonde hair.
I've always imagined that the hair is sort of stitched into the inside
Yeah,
of the
that's
bandana.
what I assume. It's like a
Yeah,
cap.
if you pull the bandana, the whole thing comes off.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
And
one
it's just
large-
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, apparatus of hair
Yeah.
and bandana.
Yeah.
You
Every
tell that
bandana has its hair. So stupid.
That alone saved the day. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was another joke on order, I believe. So.
There isn't. I'm gonna do a stand-up thing, I guess. I got a text right before this from Sarah, my baby mama, and she just the text just said, "This is a fucking nightmare." And I was like, "Sorry, baby, I got a podcast." You know? Like, oh, it's too bad for you. I feel real bad for you,
My
but
life is a nightmare.
I gotta sit on
Well,
this couch.
sweetie, I
know.
You're packing up your podcast briefcase and heading out the
See you
door.
later. Did a lot of prep for this one. I gotta be there.
Podcast briefcase.
Yes. Sorry, Sarah, if you're listening. I hope
I'll be
things
home
go
soon,
better.
honey.
Say, get in the rocking chair and just start singing. Sing 80s songs. That's what I do. 80s songs with the word baby in them. That's I like those. They say age is just a number, right? We're all old guys here.
Yeah.
AJ isn't, but age is just a number. Unless they're under 18, then it's really, really important.
Big facts.
See, stand-up jokes
It's one of those
don't
factual
work
jokes. Yeah.
on the podcast. You got to do real jokey jokes,
Yeah,
monologue
it's like
jokes.
monologue jokes.
Because that kills on
Yes.
stand-up. I swear to God. It's a killer. Yeah. You can watch TV. Oh, I don't even know what that is. All right.
Is that-
I'm quitting. I'm stopping there. Moving on to Alex. See
Cut
what he
to
has
Mr.
to say.
Carter.
I actually have a couple jokes.
Oh.
I know.
Wow.
All right. This first one actually has several different possibilities, but all right. A story came out this last week that John Bon Jovi saved a woman on a bridge in, I think it was Nashville. He was walking across a bridge and a woman was going to jump off the bridge and kill herself.
Oh, my gosh.
And John Bon Jovi walked up, talked her down. Good thing it wasn't Perry Farrell that walked by. Or good thing it wasn't Dave Grohl that walked by.
That's right. He would have impregnated her.
My original one was good thing it wasn't David Lee Roth that walked by. All right.
Because he wasn't leaving unless she was alive. All right.
Pretty good.
Musicals.
I love when Toll sings, man. I love it so much.
I know.
It's my favorite thing.
Apparently, some guy tried to take a shot at Donald Trump again. Someone
Yep.
tried to whack Donald Trump. It wasn't even close this time.
They didn't give it a shut off.
I guess this guy only had concepts of a plan.
Concepts of an assassination.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
2 jokes, huh?
That was pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't
Silas
correct.
nodding fervently.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Good jokes, boss.
This guy's great.
Got to sign Shiloh's check tonight. I actually wrote this down as a note. How's the transition to cereal been going for you?
I bought my big 36-ounce bag of or
Not 48?
No, 26-ounce bag of s'more cereal, and then over a couple days I ate a lot of it, and then on the third day, Everly, my stepdaughter, was like, "Can I have some ice cream?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll go buy you some." And I'm
gonna go buy you some
ice cream. Yeah, and I also bought myself some ice cream. So then that night, I had cereal and ice cream. And then I was like, ice cream's pretty good. Let's get out back on the ice cream train. And,
Ice cream, why did I ever turn my back?
Yeah,
know.
I was a fool.
It was
Ice cream,
foolish.
please take me back.
I knew.
I'm sorry, baby. You know I love you.
I'm going to have to go to Ice Cream Anonymous because I can't fucking stop. $8 a night. I got a real problem.
I got an $8 a night.
Habit.
Yeah. Americones. That's what I'm going to call my tits.
Americone dream.
Yeah.
Oh man. Shit.
Yeah. It went three days or so. Yeah, then I bought more ice cream. I didn't. What did I eat last night? Nothing. Last night I was like, oh, but we had Pizza Hut for dinner, and there were 3 pizzas in the fridge. So I was like, I probably don't need ice cream tonight.
I have 3 pizzas to eat.
Yes. I ordered the pizza and Everly was eating it, and she usually skips the crust. I was like, Everly, the crust is filled with cheese. It's like a miracle. And she ate 1 piece, and I was like, but Dad got this extra pizza too. And then I ate a bunch, and then tonight I ate the rest of it.
I guess somebody's gonna have to eat it.
Yes, yeah. And cheesy
it's gonna be
garlic
somebody.
breadsticks.
It's like a miracle.
True.
I mean, she was probably pretty impressed.
She was.
Yeah.
I remember when stuffed crust pizza first came out, and it was like a miracle. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
The
about?
fact
right
that
now?
it took so long, I worked at Pizza
real
Hut.
failure of imagination
And
on
I
the
was like,
pizza
oh.
industry's part.
All you do is put cheese sticks in the crust.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's exactly what we did at Pizza Hut.
Yeah. That's what I worked
Yeah.
at Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
That's what-
it would
yeah.
just it looked just like those
Yeah.
like pole and
Yep.
peel kind of string cheese sticks.
Yep.
Then you
Yeah,
just tuck it
perfect.
over.
You know what I need with this piece of pizza? A stick of cheese as well for each piece.
Yes.
That is correct, sir.
Yes. It's like that old thing, like you wouldn't sit down and eat a dozen eggs, but if somebody brings deviled eggs, you're like, I guess today I would. You know?
I mean, once you
Who
put a
am I, Rocky? Yeah.
once you put a little of that red dust on top,
Yeah. Add a little mustard and mayonnaise, and I could eat these all day.
it turns out if you add mayonnaise to almost anything, I'll eat it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I was even eating sandwiches with just mustard for a while. And then I was like, God, I guess I am going to buy some mayonnaise and see what the
See what all the
difference-
hype's about.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Blew my hair back
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah, it did.
In my wig spin.
Yeah. My tits were flapping in the wind.
Made your bandana with hair attached spin.
That's why I didn't wear a hat tonight. I was starting to think.
You were a hat guy for quite a
I
bit.
am.
Not to walk off my own show, but I forgot to turn the air conditioner off. 1 second. Keep her afloat, boys.
AJ's
will
walking off
do.
that. He's had enough.
Where do you turn this thing off at? I like how he walks in front of all the cameras.
He has to go throw a lever in the closet.
Ka-shunk. That's the TV went off right when I made that sound effect. Oh, you can hear it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I sleep with the noise machine now. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I forgot about the white noise machine. 'Cause
Yeah.
Weren't you at first sort of like, oh,
I didn't
like
think I would like it, but then your I don't know, your thoughts, it like condenses them or something. I don't
Gives your
know.
brain something to gnaw on,
Yeah.
you know?
huh.
Instead of your insane thoughts all night.
Like if somebody sat there and was like, sleep to this, and they went,
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Listen to me
No.
huff this air. dust.
Yeah. When you're laying in it. Yeah. It's nice.
It is really nice.
I didn't realize that her machine, I was messing with it, and it has a bunch of options. Like rainfall,
Rumba.
jungle, ocean. I don't get I mean, I wouldn't like
Disco.
to hear the random birds making weird sounds. I was like, I don't feel it. Yeah, yeah. Auga. I was like, this sucks to sleep to.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe a
But frog sounds and stuff. Yep. But yeah, an Iowa night, though. That was pretty neat.
yeah.
The other night, Everly was like, I'm hearing weird sounds. And I went and I was like, oh, that's-
nature.
It's crickets. Yeah. It's like, that's just crickets.
They're really hungry and they love the blood of small girls. Anyways,
Exactly
good
what I
night.
said. Sleep tight. I took her outside. I was like, listen, it's just crickets everywhere.
Just
It's like,
horny
"Are
bugs.
crickets mean?
Yes.
I was like, no.
rubbing their little legs
Yeah.
together.
Mm-hmm. Like, they ain't mean. They're nice
Why do they do that?
to mate.
Mm-hmm.
It is to attract a
Yeah.
mate.
Of course. Putting on a big show.
Right. I'm gonna sing you a song.
But you can actually, we talked about that, you can measure the temperature almost exactly from crickets in the
Yeah.
evening. Like the speed at their chirps.
The amount of time between the
Yeah,
chirps.
yep.
Yeah. And then like you multiply it times 2 and add 3
Yeah.
and that's the temperature or
Yeah.
something.
It's like a thunder versus a lightning.
Yep.
There's some calculation like that for
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That lightning's about 2 Mississippis away.
Yeah, as
far as I can tell.
What's the Mississippi? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
I'll never know.
Oh, I did get something for Alex.
Ooh.
You might recognize this.
Yeah. Big Daddy Kane.
I worked pretty
Put
hard
a
on
quarter
that,
in your
right?
ass because you played yourself? That's amazing.
The symphony.
Yeah. I take notes sometimes,
Pretty good.
much like Everly with the stuffed crust pizza.
Yes.
It's like, Alex,
Lock
look at
it
this
in.
amazing thing I did.
Yeah.
Direct hit.
Yes. If you listen to
Bullseye.
this, it tells you that you played yourself.
Nice.
I added the little delay.
I like
Self-
that.
self-
That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
That's nice.
I've learned a lot about production over all these
You
podcast
have.
years.
I know.
Producer extraordinaire. You know what I've learned? Not a goddamn thing. You think I would have learned something? It's sort of like me having worked at a brewery for 10 years now.
Tell us about beer, Toll.
I don't know a goddamn thing.
You're not even much of a beer drinker when you were drinking. Yeah.
No.
Huh.
Drank beer at work, after work.
Oh, because you got a freebie
Yep.
probably.
Yep. But
Now you drink it all day. You tap the kegs, put a little for yourself, make sure it works. That's how all beer delivery guys do
Yep.
it, is what I hear.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
There have been. I mean, it's happened.
I'm sure.
It's happened. To me though.
Problem in the industry, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you started as a delivery driver. That was the initial
Yeah.
job. There
I
wasn't.
started as I was like, oh man, coming into the beginning of this company, man, I'm gonna be like the president.
Get on
of
the
this
ground
thing
floor.
in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
10 years later, I'm doing the exact same thing. And my back is broken. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Get in on the ground floor.
Yep. Yep.
Stay there. Set up shop.
Yeah.
Make yourself comfortable. Take your shoes off.
Was there ever an opportunity to get into the brewery type of area?
I could get into the brewery area, but no thanks. And I maybe could do sales, but I don't really like beer enough to sell it.
I cannot imagine you being a salesperson.
Come
Like
on now.
A suit on. Yeah, I mean,
Not for something that you don't really care about.
No,
I would
be like
fold immediately.
early in like the Tommy Boy montage when they say don't take no for an answer,
Yeah.
and then they're
All
like
right.
no thanks. He's like alrighty, see you later. That would be me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, you're right. I'll leave.
Yeah. I don't know. If it was something I don't know. I think I could. Who fucking knows?
You might be able to find a way to be enthusiastic if you
Yeah.
start making a little sales money. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, I love beer.
Yeah,
You know,
I could.
when you have a TV,
I can act
inside your
excited.
jacuzzi.
I act fake excited about beer all day. I mean, whenever anyone talks to me about it.
Oh, like when you're delivering, people will be
Yeah.
like, "How about this new beer?" And you're
Like,
like,
yeah.
"Haha, "Yeah."
Oh, you can put that in my trunk. And I go, oh, great. Yeah. I'm like, good one.
Local delivery man stabs someone to death.
Yeah. Yeah. You put that in my you got any free samples? Shut the fuck up.
Another day in paradise.
Yep.
Yeah, gee, I guess it's been 2. Is it 2 weeks back of full work? Or?
Yeah, this is week 3.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
So now I'm back on the loop. This is the week, going 2-week cycles. So this is the beginning of. Luckily, this
What's
is
the
just
loop?
5 days. Just all the cleanings and the.
Oh, like you complete a
routes.
cycle
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that period of time.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you survived it then.
I did.
One full cycle.
Yeah. One full cycle.
Do you feel back in the swing now?
Dude, I'm not. I think some people I work with listen to this, but I thought after 6 weeks off, I was like, man, things are really going to be different when I get back there. Ain't not a goddamn thing changed. Not one single thing. I think a couple people quit. And they were like, this one guy quit. I was like, I don't even fucking know who that is. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's nothing changed. Yeah, I'm back in the swing.
All right.
So still a little weaker than I was going
Yeah.
out.
Gonna build those keg
Yeah.
muscles back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But they're coming back.
Well, you got a lot of protein coming in with that ice cream. you
That's
know?
right, buddy.
Plenty of
And all that cum I'm drinking.
Cheese
Yeah.
bread.
That's your cheat
stuffed
meal.
crease pizza.
Yeah. I like the nearly silent reaction to me drinking cum. That was nice. Yep.
Wait, was it a joke? You never know.
Sounded kinda
Cole.
serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
It's-
cum's something that has like such a. That's the only thing I'll say about it. All right. This time I promise.
Yeah.
I will say it's one of the of all the delicacies of all the food delicacies, it is the one that has like you really have to get it hot. I think like if it cools down, I feel like it would be
Like a
much,
McDonald's French fry.
Yes, like a McDonald's French fry. It'd be so much worse if it was like room temp. You know?
Yeah. If you had to
know,
a warm spoonful, a cool spoonful.
Yeah, you want a warm spoonful.
Yeah.
That way it's like a porridge, you know?
Oh, a spoonful of sugar helps the cum go down.
Well, that's a man who's eaten a lot of cum recently. I thought you might
Mine
be
was
able-
offhanded and no
Yeah.
one laughed.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you're right, I think.
I do think that's true, though.
You would not want.
Even like if I've got it on myself, I'm like, ugh, like the moment it kind of,
Yeah.
it's in the
And
air.
you let it sit there
the
for a
air.
while.
Yeah.
If you got a fan blowing on
Once
you,
it's airborne.
and then you taste it, and you're like, "Ooh, cold, gross."
But I got to finish it.
Yeah.
Got to clean my plate.
yeah, I gotta start when I finish. Or finish when I
I'm always set.
Yeah.
All right, that's the cum portion.
That's it.
That's it. Anyway.
At least the cum temperature portion.
Yeah, I do feel like that's true, though, that you really have to catch it like fresh out of the spout.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Nope. A big.
I hadn't considered anyone like I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this in the fridge for a little later.
You should write that down.
yeah,
honestly.
feel free to chime in,
Yeah.
folks, in the chat. One of the benefits of watching live is you can type in the chat.
Yeah,
Shyla is the mayor of Chat Town.
If anyone has any opinions on,
I bet
temperature
people who
jizz.
have I mean, I bet some ladies could confirm. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even like when people
Or fellas.
Or
when people put liquor in the freezer, like shooting that.
like Fireball.
Oh,
Ooh,
I hate it. I don't like it. I would rather have that room temperature
Yeah.
because it like thickens it.
I've known some people that will drink.
Does change the viscosity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it more like cough syrup viscosity. I have some friends who prefer to drink beer warm, which I always thought was kind of strange.
I would prefer it above icy cold. I would definitely do. Not warm, but
I like a frosty mug.
I hate a frosty mug.
Huh.
Actually,
Makes your hands all.
I do
pretty.
not like the little ice chunklets from a frosty mug
Ooh,
getting in my beer.
chunklets.
Yeah,
That's a scientific term.
That
Ice
is-
chunklets.
nuglets. I don't know. I do not like those because then you get then you have like a chunky beer.
Oh no, that's where it's at.
But then you
Not
feel
for me,
like you're
baby.
in, like Valhalla, having a frosty iced mug with a beautiful lady laying on a fur, you know? Something like that, with like a fireplace roaring.
Complaining about
But it's
the
an
cum
ice
temperature.
palace. Can we turn up the crock pot a little? I'm gonna bring in a crock pot of cum for Thanksgiving.
Whoa! That's what Grandma always
Kevin with the
bring.
chili. Oh, yeah. Giant crock pot of cum everywhere. I'm looking forward to. I should start dusting off the crock pot recipes. Actually.
Oh yeah,
Now that I
it's right
think
around
about
the
it.
corner.
Ooh, I need to.
I always tell myself I'm going to, but,
Yeah.
That's a part of football Saturdays. Is getting the crock pot out.
which will be back this.
What do you? I mean, there's chili, stew,
Dips, various
Yeah,
dips, various dips.
I love like a nacho cheese hamburger queso kind of dip.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a big
little
fan of that.
smokies.
Little Smokies,
of
I'm a
course.
big fan of Little Smokies.
Yeah. They go great. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm cutting that one off.
censoring myself.
Yes, yeah. You
Show a
know.
little restraint, boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been doing pretty good lately.
Yeah. Except the last 10 minutes.
But we did warn,
Yes, that's
Right.
true.
and you started it.
That's true. That's also true. Oh. Do you guys have any love children
Love children?
outside of your marriages?
Like Dave,
Mm,
not Dave Bowman, Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Bowman's like
Dave
5 or 6.
Rollman. Dave Rollman. would
Wherever
be
there's
quite-
been whenever there's been a card show, guess what? Dave has a son.
yes, an illegitimate son somewhere. You didn't happen to be at a card convention in Des Moines, 1990, Dad?
Yeah. Ugh.
Do you know how you were conceived?
I believe my parents had sex.
Interesting. What is this sex you speak of?
I think my sister, my oldest sister, was like, they know. It was like the backseat of a, maybe my mom wouldn't want me to, like the backseat of a Chevy or something. Pre-marriage, of course. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Because back then, everyone got married because somebody was pregnant. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was like why you got married.
Game over.
It seemed like, yeah.
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 Yep.
Didn't want to live in sin.
Nope.
How embarrassing.
Yes.
Yep. It's true. But no, I do not. I have no idea.
I'll ask Joella next time I'm over.
All right. Do it.
Ask at Thanksgiving.
Just
You passed the cum crock pot. Anyways, how did
It's an old family recipe.
put a little turmeric in there?
That's actually, yeah. I guess,
Oh, he's cutting himself off again.
yeah, because I was gonna go.
You're a father now.
Yeah, yeah. Still saving the cum crock pot for their 16th birthday.
Sweet and savory 16. You know?
Yeah. Oh, God.
The jizz,
shame.
that is. You know?
Shame. Shame.
Yeah.
That's what we need to get on the board is the shame bell lady from Game of Thrones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
All right.
For real. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Shame.
We need to shame ourselves on this
Shame.
podcast.
Yes.
What?
I can't believe Shiloh writes
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah, I know. Again.
I know.
That's the craziest.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is. What do you think the scroll is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Teleprompter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Takes a lot of work to make it seem like it's easy.
Yeah.
It does. Make it seem like we're just flying by the seat of our cum-covered pants.
Yeah. I know just about half of all stand-up comedians have a joke about this, but it has happened to me once or twice where like I put on a shirt not realizing there was like a little bit of jizz on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, a friend of ours.
Had a shirt made out of jizz.
No, a friend of ours, one of my best friends, who this is where we sort of started to deviate.
Okay,
Right.
this was the
Yeah.
the point of deviation.
Because I think we were freshmen or sophomores,
Uh-huh.
and he came over to hang out with us, and we were like, "What?" And he was so excited because he had sex. He was having sex
Nice.
when we were freshmen or sophomores, and we were like, "What is?" He's like, "Look at this," and his shirt was covered in red. His fucking t-shirt. Yeah. And he came over. with
Dave's taking his
fucking-
headphones off.
I know. He came over with because he had been doing it while she was it was that time of the month.
Oh, I thought it was like a hymen thing.
No, it was much grosser than that.
Uh,
Yeah. And we were like, "Oh my."
That's awesome.
No,
And he wore that shirt every day for the
Stunned
next
silence.
2 weeks.
He did wear. He still wore it all the time.
The period blood
Which,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good story. I'm glad I shared it.
Pretty good. It's like one of those podcasts that I'm not here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
It is. It was.
We,
We,
dig much
were all like,
deeper.
"What?" We were like, "Why didn't you change your shirt?"
Yeah.
You psycho. Yeah.
But sometimes
Yeah.
you are amazed by stuff like that, you know.
But also, we were
It's like the smell my
and
fingers
he,
kind of thing.
like, yeah, he was the weirdest one of all of us, and he was getting laid long before any of us were.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah.
Like weird guy swag.
Oh yeah, it worked for him.
It does every once in a while.
Mhm. Worked for me in adulthood.
Weird guy swag.
Mhm.
Fish tank guy.
Yeah.
How'd the fish do?
I got like 1,000 snails.
The year of men.
Fish are. I lost another one. There's
shit.
too many snails.
There's a lot of snails in
There is. But otherwise, they're doing all right. I got my little fish tank going, the quarantine tank.
It's like Kingdom of the
Planet
Planet of the Snails right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Better look out.
Yeah.
An uprising.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar is home. I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, Mr. Snail.
Yeah. Shouldn't have dropped that crock pot full of hot jizz in there.
Changed everything up.
Yeah, mutated them.
Like toxic sludge.
Isn't that how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got started?
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
so.
Somebody busted a fat nut. Went down the drain.
Yep.
And a rat named Splinter boofed it. Now I'm even pulling the ripcord.
Oh, we have derailed. We weren't on any rails.
Yeah. Here's some rails for us.
All right.
I was driving around this fine city yesterday, picking up a vanity dresser thing from my place,
Ooh,
so I can look at myself every night
nice.
Perfect.
in my Hollywood bulb mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Put my lipsticks on before I go to bed.
Has a bunch of little light bulbs all around it.
Yes, you're a star, AJ.
You're a great big star.
With my pantyhose and my heels on.
Looking at my family with your binoculars.
You're stars too. We're all stars. Dancing around my apartment. So anyway, I was driving around this town and I saw a very interesting strip club, or not strip club, Jesus, strip mall, like grouping. I'm trying to think of the word. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
usually there's certain types of businesses that'll go by other types of businesses and all types of strip malls. But this was the first time I'd ever seen a fake weed store / vape shop next to an H&R Block.
Oh,
okay.
no, that's
Yeah.
they go hand in hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That was the first time I-
absolutely. H&R Block and vape store. Those are the cornerstones of a strip mall.
Those, I don't know how those fake weed stores are going to stay in business.
Yeah, well, maybe H&R Block can help. I did write a joke about it, though. I said, you'll know they've started bartering between each other when they change their name to H&R Blizzak. When they start smoking that Delta H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spice,
Yes.
K2,
Salvia.
Kratom.
Yeah. So that was a scroll joke for you.
Kratom. Do you know anybody? All of those fake weed stores sell Kratom. What is it? Have you
It's a
tried it?
plant.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I have not tried it.
I tried it and to no effect, but I wasn't trying really hard. It's literally plant. It's not anything
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
It hasn't.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to give you something like caffeine. I feel like I've heard, but I could be wrong about that. I think it's some kind of upper. You know, it's a plant, like he said, but it gives you a little.
I saw a TikTok video on how to grow peyote, and you can legally purchase the plants from Canada.
Say no more.
There you go.
Mm,
Have at her there.
right.
Yeah.
We were talking about Canada earlier. Who bought a bunch of Canada?
Lola's.
Low.
yeah.
I just wanted to make him
You're
explain it
misinformed.
again. Dave was telling us somebody bought a bunch of Canada. Yeah.
They'll sell it to you cheap, I bet.
What,
Chunks of Canada. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I feel like I remember hearing. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Here we go.
But you are. But I'm pretty sure it's something crazy like only that bottom little, like the rind of Canada,
Yeah.
right by the U.S.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
basically it's that area that people live, and then there's nothing,
Yeah.
above
Yeah.
that. Basically, like
A few other things.
Well, how far
but
north is like Toronto?
Not. It's just over the border, basically.
Yeah, by New
It's like
York.
half an hour from Detroit, basically.
Toronto is?
Maybe an
Yeah,
hour.
okay,
But
okay.
not much
but like
more than that.
90% of that swath of
Yeah.
land is like uninhabitable, essentially. Like no roads, and I'm like,
Just a bunch of woolly
Yeah.
mammoths.
The
and shit.
that's what
Yukon.
I'm wondering.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
It
Yukon.
must be wild to, like, if you were to chopper over it.
I mean, that's why they're always
planet Earth, you know.
that's where they're always at in Alive, that dumb show that I watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Northern Canada.
That's the one where people choose to put themselves out there and they try to stay the longest.
They're alone. I called it Alive. It's called Alone. Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone that
Surviving alone.
wins, basically, it always, unless somebody kills something big, it just turns into a starving contest to see who can starve the longest.
'Cause
They go out and they
eventually
make a little
they'll-
trap, and they're like, "All right,
Yeah.
really hope I catch something."
Yeah.
They
They
go
can
out the next
fish.
day, and they're like, "Nothing." They're
Yeah.
like,
This is how the Hardy Boys did it.
But if somebody kills like a moose or something, then they'll win.
yeah, eating moose burgers all day.
Yeah. And but most of the time, no one does, and then they catch fish, and then whatever, and then they're like
Oh, they
trying
get
to eat
poisoned by
like
the fish
like
or-
berry tea, like, and they're constantly getting sick or injured, and it's mildly interesting, but not a lot happens. Like they really have to edit hard to make it interesting.
Sounds
and
like my new
then-
stand-up special.
And then and whenever somebody wins, they always have to like reintegrate back into eating in the world, not just the world, but like they have to like slowly start eating.
So
again.
how many
Right.
pints of ice cream can I have a day?
Yeah, I would be great
it to
on
two.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need my American dream. Americone dream. Sorry.
It's been best choice sinfully chocolate lately.
Sinfully.
Oh
Sinfully
my god,
indeed.
it's a lame name, but it is chocolate marshmallow ice cream
Wow.
with like fudge and then like chocolatey ribbons.
That sounds pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I love ribbons of anything.
Yes,
You know, ribbons of caramel.
yes, ribbons of cum.
I knew it.
We all knew it.
We all knew it.
We set up the trap every time.
You like big ropes of caramel in your ice cream.
Better be hot,
Yes.
or it's gross.
Or I don't like it very much.
Yes.
Anyone chime in on the chat on that?
No one's interested.
No.
Huh.
No. Enough of the cum talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You guys are gross.
we had mentioned the Trump shooter a little earlier. I think it was in maybe one of the jokes.
Yeah.
Shyla, on your end, it would be the first little picture. Do you see it over there?
Yeah.
Nice. You have to give me 1 second.
Sync up.
Nah, I forgot to fucking pull up the Google Drive like an
Doo-doo.
asshole.
Ooh.
I have to show it to these guys on this.
Ah.
But
Somebody said I saw a little blurb that the guy, the shooter, I don't think he actually shot,
He did not.
but he's had a lot of probs with the law. And he
Hard
got
to believe.
interviewed like a couple last year or a couple years ago for wanting to go to Ukraine, like get a group of guys.
He
to
was
go-
there.
He was there?
Yeah, I saw it on
Yeah.
the news tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah. And but the guy that interviewed him said it was like interviewing a character from a Coen Brothers movie.
And not in a cool way.
No.
well, it sounds almost a little like Oswald too, where he wound up, I believe, spending some time overseas, like in
Cuba.
Cuba. It was like a communist thing, and
It's a whole thing.
what it just made me think maybe like copycatty as well. A lot of these guys, model themselves off of people. Columbine created all these copycats in a way too.
And so he was there. They're like, oh, we don't know how he knew Trump would be here. He literally sat
The
in the
weekend,
bushes at his
yeah.
golf course for 12 hours until
Yeah.
Trump showed up.
Yep.
He's always there. I mean, that's he's there.
It was funny in the I saw it was like an some sort of whatever. I'll
Are
jump
these
to
before and after
I'll,
pictures?
I'll jump to this. No, the guy on the left is the shooter, and then the guy on the right here is Opie from Opie and Anthony. I just thought
Okay.
I thought they looked a lot alike.
They do. But it looks like something terrible happened to him.
Yes, on the left, but it was just that's quite zoomed in.
I
for
had
people
no
watching.
idea what Opie from Opie and Anthony looked like.
Really?
I haven't seen
Not
him in a
Yeah.
a
while.
fucking clue.
Yeah, he's pretty young in that photo, I believe, but it made me laugh really hard because I was like, that looks like Opie.
I see it.
It's one of the whack bags out there.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
exactly. So yeah, that was something I put together. You know,
Nice. Good job.
I did a little show prep today. What can I say? I made a little collage.
Was I supposed to show something?
Yeah. So
I was waiting for a signal. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Now.
just the number one thing. Yeah. All right, you can take it down now if you want.
Did it ever go up?
It's up now.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
so Shiloh did.
There it is.
There you go, folks. You're
Looks
gonna-
like Opie
yes. That was the.
from Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, I thought. I mean,
Not
when you see it,
Ron
it's pretty pretty accurate and pretty funny in
Yeah.
my opinion.
I could have, if you told me this was a before and after of something just awful happened to
Right.
that guy, I would have
Opie
said,
after
oh.
bath salts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and like in a lot of the photos of him getting arrested, he has like shades on. He looks, like he stumbled off Hermosa Beach or something. You know?
Yeah, he definitely looks like a California beach guy.
Yeah. It was just a funny look to him, and it was also shocking to me how I was like, now I'm desensitized to assassination attempts.
Right.
Dude, after the first one, I don't think there's ever been an assassination attempt
sorry,
on a
what?
president that people cared about less.
They were just like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
What's it gonna look like once he or if he does become president again? You know, is it gonna be every day? Like they just have one of those
Pope-mobile?
scary gas station glass window,
Yeah.
thing, bullet.
Real
It might be
thick.
kind of scary.
A couple little
yeah.
holes so he can breathe out
The
of.
thing like
Him
they
walking
put
around
church
with
drummers
heavily
in,
armed. Yeah.
A little lucite case.
the big like
Yeah.
see-through thing.
Yeah.
Like a Beaverdale U.S. Bank.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna put him behind one of those all the time, like they do the Pope.
Yeah.
Instead. Yeah. Anyway,
They might start doing that now.
that's what I'm wondering. Where it's like,
Yeah.
Jesus, it's really getting out of control. Even for my already desensitized taste, I was like, seems. I get one assassination.
But it
attempt.
also
Two
doesn't
seem-
seem like Trump cares that much. Like, I don't know.
Well, they
But they did
squashed
say he
this
might
one.
have had PTSD from the first one. I was like,
Yeah.
how can you tell?
Or his brain just doesn't work.
Have you seen? I've watched there's an actor on TikTok, not a famous actor, but he just reads Trump quotes verbatim. And I was watching those last night, and my God, it is hilarious. And when you see someone read them verbatim, like trying to be dramatic, it makes the nonsense even more nonsensical than you could even imagine. You're like, what? He really said this? And it's just like, here's something he said on Fox News 2 weeks ago. And the guy would be like, like, oh my God. Like he can't keep a thought going for more than like 3 seconds
Yeah.
before he moves on to
Well, I
something
can't
else.
judge on that. but
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just pretty, it was very funny. If you guys
Oh
see
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's like the George Bush holding the book upside down or whatever.
Yeah.
But Trump does that like every day.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Makes Bush seem kind of smart at times.
Oh, it makes him look like a genius.
He talks about how smart he is. That he's like, I'm the smartest president there's ever been. There's no
Biggest, thickest.
And then he
most-
talks about doing like third grade math for a cognitive test and bragging about it to large crowds of people. Yeah. He's like, they're like, here's a giraffe and here's a lion and here's a zebra. And then they mix them up. And I said, that's a giraffe. Like,
I
what?
aced it.
Yeah, like awesome, dude. I know a 6-year-old that can do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
If I was at work and a couple of like scientists in lab coats came in, they're like, "We're going to give you a cognitive test." I'd be like, "Really? What's something wrong with me?" And like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, what is that?" And you point, and I'd be like, Jesus. I'd be frightened and embarrassed. And he's like, I aced it.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Because people are wondering if your brain works anymore. That's why you took that test.
Yes.
And you aced it.
And then bragging
champ.
about taking
Yeah.
it. The fact that they had you take it at all, you fucking psychopath.
I graduated from
Woman, person, man, camera, TV. I aced it.
They're like, 3,005 plus 2,047 divided by 2 plus 100. I got it right. I aced it. Awesome, man. Did you have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
This
What is that
very
right now,
exciting. Yeah. Do it in your head. Yeah.
There's a clip from Howard Stern when Don Jr. and Ivanka were on, just as guests, like in the early 2000s. And Howard Stern's like, "Hey, you guys went to Wharton Business School," and he goes, "What's 19 times 17?" And they were just completely stumped. And they're like they don't really ask questions like that. And it's like, whatever.
We're not used to those
Holy
kind of
shit.
questions.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, Trump won't acknowledge being wrong or losing anything.
Period.
There's a story, it was on the Dollop, where he lost, like someone was there and watched him lose a wrestling match or something. Or maybe it was a I don't know what it was. And the guy was like, "Oh, sorry about your loss." He's like, "I didn't lose." The guy's like, I just saw you lose. And he wouldn't, even with witnesses, he won't acknowledge that it happened. It's fucking bananas.
Yeah, that's like a weird delusion or psychosis.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Right.
Because that
At the debates, when they softballed him, like, do you acknowledge that you lost? And they gave quotes of him acknowledging losing.
Yeah, he did the week before.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I was being sarcastic." He's like, "I didn't.
Yeah.
I would never acknowledge losing." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, man! Damn, I don't know. He's just fucking bonkers."
I was being satirical.
Yeah,
He's kooky.
he truly is.
Yes.
When did it fully lock in that he was? I mean, I guess he didn't even believe it until it actually, like, the night of the election, I guess. I'm just trying to pinpoint the moment of, like, when it all became real, but it sort of wasn't. It was kind of a joke and continued to be a joke all the way up until
Even
literally
that
announcing the winner.
first election, they said, like, in the area that they were in, people didn't really celebrate that they won because they weren't planning on winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was planning on denying losing.
They're planning on, yeah.
But they weren't planning on winning, and he was thinking of like maybe starting his own news network or whatever
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I remember hearing
And it was more like shock, from what I understand, that they had won, even though the whole time he was never planning on acknowledging losing, and he won't.
He
this
saved
time
that till
either.
next time.
Yeah, yeah,
Accidentally won the first time.
yeah.
so strange.
It is, but.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of I just remember being a kid opening up those history books like in social studies class and being like, "Oh, that's Abraham Lincoln," and that's
Yeah.
whatever, and then some kid eventually turning to the Trump page with his wig and like comb over
Yes.
and his spray tan. And
Yeah,
all
where you
that.
can see the pink so visibly beneath the orange.
Yeah.
It's that alone is just crazy.
It's a weird kind of powdered wig look all to himself.
Yeah.
It's like a modern, inheritance New York brat turned like supervillain guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird.
It is. I just saw a quote. Somebody said that somebody is writing a book called The Luckiest Loser or Lucky Loser or something like that about Trump, and people on The Apprentice saying what he smelled like, and then he smelled like BO and ketchup. I was like, all right.
Ugh.
Like, why? He just wears the same suit all the time, or I don't know. Why would he smell if you're that rich?
Yeah, that's why I was just
Because
gonna...
he's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I guess you think of like a Howard Hughes or something.
I suppose.
He went
Yeah.
so fucking crazy. He was like pissing in bottles. And
Well, they say that's why he eats so much fast food and stuff. He doesn't trust people making food for him.
Smart move.
Mm-hmm.
so you
Yeah,
better
it is.
trust
Get a
fast
big
food
cro-
people.
Get a big
you do,
crock
though, 'cause
pot full of
it's, you know,
jizz.
Yeah.
Because they don't see who they're making it for generally, or it's already
Right.
made.
It's
So
so
that's-
processed kind of in a
Yeah.
way too that it's almost impossible to contaminate. I've dropped French fries into like my seat that eventually worked its way to like below the seat on the floor of a car.
Then you're cleaning your car out.
The
You
old French fry
Yeah,
graveyard.
it's like 3 years later, no
Yeah.
mold is formed. You know,
Nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
Like if you put a French fry on the moon, it
Yeah.
wouldn't. You know,
There's a
dissolve.
dude that has all those old, like 20-year-old McDonald's sandwiches
Yeah.
in those containers. And
Right.
He can take them out. And you can
perfectly perfect.
look at them. They look exactly the same.
You're like, I gotta taste this thing.
yeah.
I gotta take a bite. This is a vintage '93
Crunchy.
burger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is a good year. You pull it out, you look at it, sniff it. Yeah, it can't be great. But he just looks like, yeah, he is like a physical manifestation almost of McDonald's. Just that whole, you know,
Yeah, it's like a human
Like a
McDonald's.
clown.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like this weird sort of,
If he was the CEO of McDonald's, that would make sense. You're
Yes.
like, that's who that should look like. Should
Yes.
look like that.
yes, he does. Yeah, he looks sort of French fry, like his hair sort of French fry.
Like a fry guy.
Yeah. His face is
Yeah.
is a pink, is that pink goo they make the chicken fucking nuggets out of. And yeah, we work out the rest.
I saw a video of a bunch of that Jamie, the cook. He wants kids to eat healthy. I forget his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
The British guy,
Oh.
Jamie Oliver, and he takes these kids to look at how chicken nuggets are made, and then he's like, "Do you want that or do you want this?" And all the kids are like, "The nuggets!" Every single one of them,
pink goo.
and you could
Yeah.
see the disappointment in his face. And every single kid was still like, "No nuggets, please."
Nugget up.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Even when I see that when someone opens the lid to that little treasure chest of 10 nuggets,
Dude,
sitting there golden.
chicken nuggets, McDonald's specifically, there's no better chicken nugget.
hot and ready.
And it's they're delicious and they never fail you. I love them.
They're not as
Don't
good as they
listen
used to be. They are.
They used to be bigger also, I'm pretty sure, but I love them and I will continue to love them.
I like them pretty well too.
Mhm.
They're really fresh. They're good.
And I love McDonald's barbecue sauce.
I do like McDonald's, but yeah,
Mhm.
sweet and sour. I came to that late in my life. but
Oh,
I
the
liked
sweet and
it.
sour. That's where it's at.
Yes, my older brother always did sweet and sour, and I was like, I guess that's for big kids only.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour? Yikes.
Sounds like a real brain melter.
I always get barbecue sauce even if I'm not getting I get it for the fries.
Ooh. I like barbecue sauce with some fries.
Yeah.
Let's
Good,
do
good,
good
story.
podcast. Yeah.
I feel like I was gonna say something else, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. I don't know if it was nuggets or what, but
Little nug talk.
yeah. Oh, I was looking at a bunch of Trump stuff on TikTok,
Getting all fired up.
and there
loving
was
it.
there was a random thing
Hanging
that
out
came
in
up,
the Vaporium.
and this dude sitting in front of his computer was like, "This will blow your mind." But when you think about the United States, going on 240 plus years old or whatever we are now, don't make me do the math.
248.
It's exactly 3 people old. And then this guy did a rundown on this family where this dude had a kid. So he had known all the founding fathers and was a major his son was. So I don't know what the main guy did. Not great. And then he had a kid when he was in his 60s.
Okay.
And then his kid, who was maybe the worst president ever or something like that. Or maybe the father, the grandfather was the worst president ever. It doesn't. So then the next one was like way super anti-Lincoln. Like really spent his whole life fighting against Lincoln and what he stood for. And that dude had a kid when he was in his 70s. and then there's a third kid that is in his 90s today. So his grandpa was alive at the fucking founding of the United States.
Yeah.
It is goddamn insane.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, it's straight 2 people away from him. The guy was alive and met Thomas Jefferson and was like involved. I'd have to show you this TikTok, but it was fucking bananas.
I'm still wrapping my head around it.
I know. I was like, can this math even be right?
I've seen. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I can't remember the specific details, but it was like,
Yeah.
his grandpa.
Because he could have, like, he met Thomas Jefferson when he was like 19.
Yeah, they had kids extremely
Yeah.
late, and they all became really old, and they just like the math checks.
Then
Yeah.
it became a fetish for the family.
Well, that's not the 1700s, Dave.
Dave just wants to brag about his Civil War family.
My great grandma.
The answer
Don't worry, it's
may
the cool
shock
one.
you.
Oh, just crazy.
Yeah, no, sorry, I thought you had more on that.
No,
All right then.
I had a very old great grandma one
It'd be
time.
weird if you had a young one.
Well, I mean, she was like, yeah.
She was 37. What? I don't think that's right.
Oh, I worked with a dude, a grandparent, and is at like 32 or something like that. Had a kid when he was 15 or 16, and then his daughter had a kid when they were 15 or 16. I was like, damn. And he was driving a Mercedes to be an assistant at the job I worked at the time, which was delivering lumber to construction sites. And I was like, you drive a what? He's like, yeah, it's a lease. I was like, I know that. unless you stole it. Yeah, that's. And then he talked about, he had to deliver pizzas at night. And like, I was like, this is all worth it to you to drive this Mercedes? I guess so.
Yes, sir.
Just had to
It's worth
support
every
her.
breadstick I deliver.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I
about
live in this car.
I
Sleep in the back seat at night.
I miss delivering pizzas. You know why?
Why?
Because this is something I actually thought about recently when I had a Pizza Hut delivered to my house. When you show up to somebody's place, especially if it's when a lot of people order pizza, it's like when it's rainy out or you
Yeah.
know it snows or something like that, and so you brave the weather in your little car,
Let's make this high college student deliver us food.
which is exactly what they did.
Yeah.
And but that feeling of you finally do make it there, you knock on the door, and how happy they are to see you with that little satchel, that hot little satchel.
Oh, yeah.
That perfect jizz temperature satchel.
yeah.
And you pop it
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. Presenting
Yes.
Yeah.
your pizza.
That's true. Nobody's
I
ever
miss-
disappointed
I
to
miss-
get their pizza.
It was something weirdly psychological I thought about. Just like 2 days ago, for almost like 30 minutes on the treadmill, I thought about it, where I was like, it was actually really nice where everyone was happy to see me.
Yeah.
That I had, the same.
Have you ever walked into a door and everyone been that happy to see
Oh,
you?
look, he's here.
Yeah.
And they hand you money.
when I installed pool tables, everybody was happy about those. And
It's the pool table man.
you would
The
think
kids would run down the street after the pool table
Yeah.
man van.
Pool table man. Cold whipping cue balls at him.
people aren't that happy to get beer. You would think they would be, but
Yeah,
they're not.
people who run bars are usually grumpy.
No, and people who run the back of grocery stores are not happy to be interrupted.
That's why they work in the back.
Yeah. Like, making me do my job. Yeah, sorry.
No one
But
likes that.
nope.
You're like, I don't like doing my job any more than you do.
No. But that I'm
I was
literally
just
doing
whacking
that.
off in your parking lot.
Yeah, delivering a pizza, that's gotta be the closest thing to being Ed McMahon showing up with the big check and the balloons.
Yeah, I felt
Everyone's all pumped up, like he's here.
yeah, it really did feel, like Mickey Mouse just showed up at the party or
Yeah,
something,
That's fun.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of just set it on the steps and go away.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, they take that joy away
Yeah.
from the delivery guy.
They took the glory away.
And if it's to my house, it's set it on the wrong steps a block away and then run away. And I say, place, not street, place.
I would
And they
never,
get it wrong 50% of the time.
I'm somebody. Every job I've had, including the worst ones like Golden Corral, I took pride. I took pride in like running that ice cream machine at the Golden
The
Corral.
nacho cheese fountain.
The nacho cheese fountain, making sure those bacon bits were in the salad bar. I took pride. I'm a loser like that. Like
Oh.
I would have absolutely been like a floor manager of a Circuit City or something. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
And like proudly just like rode that ship right into the ground.
Put
Been
that
like,
name tag on. You're like,
Yeah.
here we go, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go fucking sell some VCRs.
I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, but like the beginning of 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
That's like my whole like
Yeah.
I could so easily just I am basically that guy already, but like sort of autistic, you know, whatever, but like loves his like I'm a guy that does like to work, and I remember being very proud of like getting to people's houses fast and
Oh, yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I'm like
I mean,
with
I
me,
take-
you knew you were getting your pizza hot and ready.
I always go above and beyond, but it's more an instinct of not getting caught doing a bad job.
Out of fear.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really
Out of
fear.
protection.
It's more I just want to show
Self-preservation.
other people up, sort of.
Oh, so you're trying to stick it to other people. Look how good I'm doing this.
Yeah, kind of.
Without doing the work.
Yeah.
So spite is your driving
Yeah.
factor.
I mean, I still do it. Yeah, more spite, I guess.
Hey, whatever motivates you, you know?
We all have different workflows, you know.
In general, my motivation is spite. I would say.
I respect it, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Like stand-up comedy.
Yeah, like I'm a job well done guy. You're like to
Fuck
spite
you. Yeah.
thy enemy.
Yeah, without
Yeah.
ever saying it.
Yes, a quiet spite,
Mm-hmm.
a quiet lurking in the shadows spite.
That's right.
Makes sense.
A handsome spite, though.
Made with lyman. Ice cold spite. Lemon lime spite.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Drake be in the commercial for Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
What other Sprite jokes do we got? Come on. I will say this is not a joke.
Do you
This-
think? Oh
No,
go,
no,
sorry.
no. I think whatever you were gonna say, likely a joke is probably better than
Not a joke.
The dumb factual thing I was.
Do you
about to
think?
say.
Well, I can't think of his fucking name right now. Drank.
Oh,
who-
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Thank you. That's all it took. Do you think he's going to call Drake a pedophile at the Super Bowl?
I would imagine so.
I
think
mean, there definitely will be some sort of illusion.
Yeah.
We'll all know what's happening. He might
Yeah.
not come out and like say it, but we'll all be
Yeah.
like, we all know what he's saying right now.
they'll definitely do Not Like Us, which was like that first.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So that alone is kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then also there's even ties back to, if you want to get deep, like hip hop lore, the song before that arguably like fully made Kendrick go out and make the song that started all this basically
Yeah.
was a song with Drake and J. Cole. And in that, they had like a lyric in it that they repeat a few different times is like something to the effect of, we're going to be as big as the Super Bowl. It's like a notable line in that
Right.
song.
Oh, yeah.
Or
So
something,
you got to
Super
sing
Bowl. So, but now Kendrick is literally playing the Super Bowl.
Right.
And he's going to tell Drake to go fuck himself.
that. Yeah.
On, you know, I mean, it's a,
You know he'll throw that line in there somewhere
Oh,
too.
it's very the tangled webs we weave. You know,
Interesting.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
he,
pretty.
He was texting minors.
Drake.
Yeah.
Oh.
How much coal did you get today? Because they were minors.
Got it.
I did not get it. I was
Oh, it was stupid. It's good for you guys.
Got it.
Yeah. I should have said gold, maybe.
I know I was thinking J. Cole. I'm like,
I was thinking Cole like in stockings. I'm like little kids. They believe in Santa.
No,
I was trying-
minors.
my brain was so far off.
Yeah. Because he was texting the girl from Stranger Things.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She was underage.
Bit of a groomer, that Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of weird to be in your 30s texting a 16-year-old.
It sure is.
Unless it's like your niece or something, you know. Even that, I feel.
What if you just love taking care of yourself? You're just like, yeah, I'm a groomer.
Pretty good.
Clearly, I'm not.
Pretty good.
I don't know. Yeah, thank you.
Crack me up, buddy.
Oh.
You crack me up. Yeah. Oh, this is something that everybody needs to see, especially Dave. Shyla,
Dave at the news desk.
if you'd be so kind as to bring up exhibit number 2 on your end over there.
Sure.
She's
Your
going to
Honor.
wait for the signal. Oh, my God.
So, I don't know if you two are familiar with Scooby-Doo, but
My cum's getting warm. I'm sorry.
so I
sorry.
woke up this morning, and this is literally the first thing I saw on my Facebook feed, right?
Okay.
And one could say, AJ, you know thyself, you know,
Yeah,
it's your Facebook feed. Why is this shit? I swear to God, I'm not looking this stuff up, especially not on Facebook. you
Right.
know? That's like the phone book these days. So one,
Velma is definitely
I
the
have a
go-to
statement I would like to-
for some reason. You have a statement. I'm sorry. Okay.
it's fine. The pictures are very hot, obviously. I actually left the hottest ones out because I was afraid we'd get banned from YouTube. But my statement is, one part of me, when I see something like this, is like, you know what? We've gone too far, everybody. You know, we can't put Pandora back in the box. We've gone too far.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me is like, have we gone far enough?
I think you could just a couple more clicks and you can get as far as you want to go.
Yeah, I
I
think-
think so. I think the sky's the limit on that.
Yeah.
Just keep
Yeah.
clicking.
Yeah.
You could close exhibit 2.
I don't know why Velma
Those are hot, though,
has
right?
really like nobody cares about
Yeah.
Daphne. It's all Velma.
It's all Velma. All the internet hot ladies will, I think, contractually have to dress up like Velma
Yeah.
at some point. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Time, so I think that's part of the reason this popped.
It never No, it never
Yeah.
ends.
No, but Halloween time it flares up because it's Scooby Doo.
It flares
up. Right, right.
That's my justification as to why it was in my Facebook feed. It was a Halloween thing.
I swear, Mom, it was a Halloween thing. Don't take Facebook away from me.
But in a way, even when I see that, I feel like there is almost a purity to it, right? Where it's like someone had to draw that, like almost no one gets hurt, right? Because it's a drawing.
I mean, that could also be AI at
Yeah.
this point.
True, but I mean, to that same point, though, right? Like, no one gets hurt if it's a drawing of Velma, right?
It is weird that
Versus someone like actually, because you hear nothing but horror stories of people like after post porn, basically.
Right. Right.
At least like traditional pornography industry. I'm not talking about OnlyFans or whatever.
So I see.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's
Yeah.
like now they're like that Velma picture, that ain't hurt nobody.
No.
Versus someone who would actually normally would do that, like dress up like Velma, you know?
Oh, okay.
It weirdly made me respect and feel like drawings are almost more ethical in a way.
That's true.
Like a
I
drawing
guess.
of pussy would be,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I guess.
Is this one a stretch?
No, I understand what you're saying.
Right. Just maybe a weird hill to die.
Because
on.
that's
I don't understand how, like, so someone created Scooby Doo, like, what, the 60s or 70s, whatever, and we all know Scooby Doo.
Right.
So that's someone's intellectual property. Someone created that. And, like, years later, like, this is, like, do I get a check for this? Or can I tell them
Yeah.
stop doing
Yeah.
this?
I think it's a fanfic kind of thing.
Oh, I know,
though,
but I
yeah.
can't just take a picture of Scooby Doo and put it, well,
You kind of can.
I guess I say that's why I don't understand where there's, you know, as we've talked about before.
You're
The
concerned about the
Simpsons.
legality
Yeah, I
of
am.
Velma.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
like if I
This is Simmons Carter McGray
If-
material.
yeah. Who's getting paid for this?
Yes.
it's strange that someone can take. It used to be like you couldn't fuck with people's stuff like that. Now it's like a free for all. I don't understand.
Well, it's probably
Like, how do you even
Maybe it's
like
it's
parody
under
laws?
parody. Yeah, it must
Yeah.
be parody law stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
don't know.
mean, it
Like,
is-
oh, I'm just joking around with Scooby Doo and his giant dick. It's just it's a parody, right?
yeah.
I'm sure if Matt Lamb's watching right now, I mean, he could I'm sure verify that there is Scooby Doo art, like fan art, like hentai.
Was it? Is it rule?
Oh,
What is
yeah.
it? Rule 27,
34,
34.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
It falls under that.
but it started with obviously me being turned on by Velma, but then it kind of
Facebook's like, got him.
yeah, but then I spun off into that next level of thought of like, huh? you
Are
know,
we all? Our
The
phones are listening
legalities.
to us. Are we? Am I going to see sexy pictures of Velma tonight that I didn't
Let
look
me
up?
know.
Send them to AJ.
Yes, that's right.
Do you remember that?
They're ethical.
Yes, I'm filing these somewhere. Very
In
important.
an ethics complaint.
Yes.
There was a Mindy Kaling Velma show that everyone hated.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I bet if it looked like that, they wouldn't have hated it.
Velma After Dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Velma's at the point.
I feel like it was a woman that went by
I knew
one
David liked that
name,
one.
like Cher or something, but it would always be at the movie rental store, and it was never in the porno section, but it was almost porn.
Oh, hold on.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
I know.
right?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Yeah,
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
Did you ever watch any of
Of
that?
course.
course.
That was late night Cinemax. Emmanuel in Bangkok
So,
or any of her erotic
And there was like a
adventures
song.
across Europe.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, space. Emmanuel in space.
Yeah.
I was always very
They were
intrigued
hilarious.
by those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, walking by as a young man, they were eye level with me. I'd be like,
Because these are for older kids.
yeah. This must be in that same department as
I thought it was Emmanuel Lewis.
Sweet and Sour.
Emmanuel Lewis in space.
Yeah.
He has a giant hog.
It's all drawings, though. We're in pre-production right now.
Storyboard.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what those Velmas look like, where I was like, this is some good work. You know, this drawing-wise, this
I
is
know what I'm
nice.
getting AJ for Christmas.
Yeah. 18 by 24 Velma, like, peeking over her thong. No one can look at those and tell me they're not a little hot, all right? You know, everybody likes that stuff.
Quit trying to get us to sign off on your weird problem, AJ.
Yeah, you're right.
Ruh-roh.
I was surprised there was no other characters sort of like in the scene so much.
It's always Velma.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
all my-
it is. I don't.
my-
It's just become a meme. I
Yeah,
guess.
the Instagram hoochies are all, if they're going to be a Scooby-Doo character, it's always Velma. Nobody cares about Daphne.
Wonder
Who
if
was
it's
clearly the
nerd
hot one
angle.
on the show.
That's what I think must be why, I guess.
It's the nerd angle,
Yeah.
like with the glasses and everything.
It's a tough one.
I actually kind of liked the Scooby Doo, the live action one that came out all those years ago.
With Matthew Lillard as
Yeah.
Shaggy.
I actually kind of liked that one.
And who, the chick from Freaks and Geeks as Velma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, as Fred.
It's not bad.
Buffy was Daphne. What the fuck was Sarah Michelle Gellar was Daphne.
It's not a bad lineup.
And the girl from Grandma's Boy,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
the Avengers Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
Italian name.
Yep.
Isla?
That's as close as I'm gonna get.
That Grandma's Boy, you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck is her name?
She's
Vanessa?
the love interest of Grandma's Boy.
She was Velma. She's she's the love interest in Grandma's Boy,
oh,
and the dude has a crush on her.
Emmanuel.
Look it up.
We'll have to
Freaks and
know.
Geeks.
Yeah.
Of Emmanuel?
Lauren.
Nice. So did they show
Of course.
4K?
Linda Cardellini.
Criterion
Linda
Collection.
Cardellini.
Oh, I would have never
There you
got
go.
that.
She was Velma.
Nice. So they show boobs in Emmanuel?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
What
that's the
about
whole
this?
purpose.
Nice.
Boobs and having sex with upper thighs.
I like that.
Yep. Doesn't
Classic
mechanically make any
softcore
sense.
porn moves. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that guy's penis has an elbow in it to make that work. It's the only way. Huh? Yeah, he's too young. The Cinemax erotic universe.
Yeah.
Cinematic erotic universe.
Skinamax.
Cinemax After
Well, I
Dark.
remember that name, and I definitely have caught parts of it. I guess maybe just I didn't realize Emmanuel was on Cinemax.
It's funny because now they just show. They don't show as much nearly as they used to. But for a while, it was like the actual high production, just straight up porns that they edited penetration out of.
Oh, really?
It'd be like pirates. You'd be like, oh shit, these are like real porn stars, and they're actually having sex. They just don't show the penetration.
They just cut it out for TV.
They can show angles where you don't see it. Yeah. Or maybe they do that too.
Oh, they do like a like a parental advisory.
Second take. Yeah. This takes for Cinemax.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss going to the video store. I know it's like an old guy thing to say probably these days, but I really do. Like, it was cool to. It was sort of the same thing at the movie theater in Boone. There was a guy named Milo, something like that. He was a few years older than me, but he worked there. And I remember it was always really cool to like. He would tell me like the good things that were coming out, or like recommendations, things like
Gone
that.
in 60 Seconds going to be here next week. Better reserve it now.
That's right. It really would be like that. And then it was like the same 4 to 5 people that kind of worked at Family Video over the years and before that video place. But I miss getting to know those people. And
there was a guy at Video Warehouse where when they were closing, I was there a lot, and he cried to me. And I was like, geez. I was like, yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm pretty sad too, but I'm not crying at Video Warehouse sad. And he would give me movie recommendations, and if he loved it, you could guarantee it was just terrible. And if he didn't like it, you'd be like, this movie might be all right.
I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
The more
like,
excited he was, the worse
yeah,
the movie was.
It was almost always true. It was kind of hilarious.
What kind of stuff did he like? Do you remember?
There was just a number of things. She's like, it's so great. Like, all right. I'd watch it, and I'd be like, that was not great at all.
Slide it back across the counter.
Yeah.
I'd like a refund on that one. One free box of Whoppers for me, sir.
Because he
regularly $7 at the video store. Box of candy.
Yeah. But I love that whole experience of like getting the candy and everything. I think that might be a niche market that kind of comes.
I think I
back.
was spoiled growing because Video Warehouse, even back in the day, that place was huge. It was even up until it closed recently, it was massive.
Did they have Emmanuel there?
I'm sure they did.
Good.
They had the porno section.
There's a what?
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Oh, was it like the same song every time?
Our theme
okay.
song.
Remember the Red Shoe Diaries?
Yeah.
That I'm more familiar with.
Yeah.
You're like, it's Saturday night. I'm all alone. I need something risque to watch. Red Shoe Diaries.
Yes.
Oh.
But then, back then, you'd have to like pay it, and it would come on the bill in your mail.
Yeah.
How embarrassing!
Extra charges here.
Or like at a hotel. It's funny. It was before my time, but it's funny to me imagine
Oh, that's a big
like
deal.
going and staying at a hotel to go whack off for the
Yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah.
And you
I
buy,
treat myself right.
and you buy 5 different pornos, and like the lady checking you out is seeing this giant. You're like, I guess it'll be $900.
What?
for the night?
Must be some sort of mistake. Looks like at 12:52 you rented Goodbye Emmanuel 7, and at 12:59 you rented 2 more, and then at 1:02 you rented your last one.
And then for some reason you rented Small Soldiers.
Needed a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
That is a fucking crazy movie, by the way.
Yeah, I love Small Soldiers.
It's insane.
It's a wild movie.
Joe Johnson.
That's right. That's right.
Or was it Joe Dante? I think it is Joe Dante.
Oh, damn
Yeah.
it, we did it again.
Yeah.
Good times, folks. Good times. What else do I have on my scroll here? Oh, I finished editing. I've threatened to release it weeks and weeks ago, but my little 5-minute set, my first clip ever. You
That you sent us?
Yes, everyone in
Oh,
the room
yeah,
has
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it, but it's important for me to let people know out in
Yes.
the world, because I'm going to release it on the No Sleep page.
Oh,
It's
nice.
threatening.
I am threatening to
Very
do
exciting.
it. But yeah, my first ever stand-up clip. Do you two have stand-up clips out in the world at all,
I
right?
got some.
There's a couple of terrible old ones that like
Yeah.
you would really have to look.
That only Wes has or something?
Yeah, someone put up like in like 2014,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh yeah, there. Look at that. And it's a video from like an iPhone 3G.
I
so
got-
can't
yeah.
even tell what's going on.
There's one I recorded at People's from like behind a pole. I fucking killed, but it doesn't. I'm like, wow, was I trying to look this uncomfortable? Because I was not.
Body
comfortable.
language
Yeah.
wasn't popping.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I still
You
do
do-
the same
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Usually it's kind of, I think you've translated it into like a hair tussle
Yeah.
now, where you go.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Maybe.
The
Yeah.
How about this?
That's the
folks?
one where I got the pass to do the funny bone, and then shortly after got the pass to never do the
Say,
funny
pass
bone again.
revoked.
Made some comment.
Grand
about
opening,
that.
grand closing.
Yeah. Long ago.
Yeah, how long was the time exactly? Like, how long was your time in the sun with the funny bone?
I just did the one, and then I complained about.
Oh, you
their
did a gig.
bringer shows, yeah. And then I said something about the bringer shows, and then someone tagged them in it, and that was no mas.
That was all she wrote.
Yep. And then I was like, whatever. So the funny bone's fine, but and then I just wasn't that interested after that.
Is your material now pretty similar to what you were doing?
I would
then?
say very similar, if I had to guess.
I was like, maybe he was clean back then.
Oh yeah, right.
No. But going back and listening, like I found the USB drive from my album recording from however many years ago, and it was just
Oh,
the jokes have changed a lot, actually. Even though they're a lot of the same jokes, they're just better now.
Oh, they're almost different jokes because you polished them and
Yeah.
made them different over time. Yeah.
And just tell them with more ease. Also, I tell a lot of new people act like I at open mics. I always tell new jokes. Whatever. I don't go to open mics anymore.
You'll be back someday.
Someday. Yeah.
We'll have that baby in a papoose at the open mic.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
you should do that, but have a fake baby. Here's what you should do.
Body slam
Have
it?
that, yeah. And be like, oh, I have a baby,
Yeah,
she's,
being a
she's
dad's
sleeping. I'm
cool.
just gonna do this real quick, and then I have to go. And everyone's like, yay! And then you just fall as hard as you can on the baby on the ground and watch everyone. Oh my God! It's a joke, folks. Lighten up. Anyways.
No, play it
Yeah,
as
like-
real as I possibly
you have
can.
like fake blood
Run out.
squibs
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off and
Screaming. Yeah.
a squirt of blood goes across Dave's face. He's in on it. He's in on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Breaking news from the news desk: P. Diddy has been arrested.
Oh shit.
Damn. Sex trafficking, baby. For real?
How was he not already arrested?
Well,
This
the
is breaking
indictment
news because we are live. That is
Yeah.
breaking news. Holy shit.
I read the last indictment for the whole thing. I think P. Diddy might be the devil.
Oh boy.
He is a extremely bad person.
Yeah.
Well, because
And it was boys and girls, and
really,
I think it was just like
Underage, drugs,
Yeah.
abuse. I mean,
Wow.
just everything.
the last thing I remember hearing was back when the club was still open, because I remember being in the back room and I think Dom or someone had told me, but he was getting lit up finally of like, oh, he's having these fucking crazy parties and
Yeah.
was doing, it didn't sound quite R. Kelly level, but now it sounds like it's fully, because wasn't R. Kelly getting
it's
stung
not
with trafficking and like
Yeah.
false
Yeah, he had a bunch
imprisonment?
of underage girls basically under his power that couldn't
Right.
get away
So
from
still
him.
not
Yeah.
great.
It's not great.
Yeah.
Legally speaking,
But is P Diddy like pimping people? Is that
Can I
what-
charge my kids with false imprisonment?
I think so.
Yes,
I think so.
that might actually stand.
Yeah.
I hate to do this.
Try
to you.
them as adults.
Yeah, I hate to do this to you, kids. Try them as adults,
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
No, but I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
at the podcast.
You escaped.
Right. You're doing your time.
Right.
Podcast prison.
Poor Sarah. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy though. P Diddy. So he's indicted now.
He was indicted and then arrested. He'll get booked and then I wonder what
Right.
the bail's going to be on that. Probably a bit of a flight risk that P Diddy.
Yeah. No
They're
Yeah,
going to
shit.
take
I
his
mean-
passport and his jet.
I would say he definitely has a private jet. I imagine.
Probably a couple. Not no more.
That is fucking crazy. He's been famous literally my whole life. You know.
Yeah.
So that's. Yeah.
You ever see?
It's not shocking.
You ever seen Get Him to the Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pretty funny. In
He was
that.
great, but he really is like a complete crazy person. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's playing a character. Look how crazy P Diddy is." Like, no, that's the nice version.
Yeah.
He's
He was
really a
fun in
wild
that.
boy. Yeah, well, that's. It's hard to not feel like weirdly betrayed or something. Even though I
Yeah.
don't know the guy, I have no real vested interest, but I feel like I've spent so much of my time knowing who he is, just in my life. That
Yeah.
I'm
That was
like,
like when
always
the
been there.
I'm like, what the heck, man?
Yeah.
what the
P
heck,
Diddy,
man?
frankly, what the heck? And I'd say that to his face.
what the heck?
Got a lot of explaining to do,
Yeah.
Mister.
Yeah. Listen here, pal. That's fucking crazy. But it's a testament to yet again an example of you get enough money and power, like I think the human brain's like not built for it. It's like those dogs that'll eat themselves to death if you leave the bag of food out.
Right. Yeah.
It's like humans do that to their
Power
own character.
corrupts.
Yeah. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stuart Little said that, as a matter of fact. I don't know what my little kid movie references are about. Stuart Little and Small Soldiers.
That's a good pulse.
Pulling them deep, from deep in the ether. Yeah. That sucks. I think the one that, like, bummed me out, not that I need to rank the bum out scale or whatever, but the Kevin Spacey one, like, really shocked me. Like, I'd never heard a peep.
Oh, I had heard the stories. For
Really?
years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was not news at all.
Huh. Well, I was out of the loop on that. But I loved him so much as an actor. I was like, American Beauty.
I feel
was
like if he had
great.
just been apologetic about it, I don't know. And now he's playing a victim card himself. Kevin Spacey is.
He is?
Yeah.
I should
Going-
have brought this up.
Talking to
Yeah,
what's his nuts, the English guy.
Simon Cowell.
Sort of. What's the guy that pisses everyone off all the time?
That's.
That's kind of Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about Simon Cowell. Oh, Piers
Sure.
Morgan.
Yeah, there we go.
There we
go.
go. He's griping to him.
Yeah,
About like just woe is
It's
me.
like, oh, I'm going to lose my giant mansion.
Yeah,
now. I was like, well,
exactly.
you shouldn't have
that exact thing.
molested
right.
people.
Well, and it was
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I guess maybe it makes sense, especially considering the power corrupts shit or whatever. But House of Cards was so big. Like, I remember they had to like kick him out of the show.
Yeah.
They had to
Yeah.
like try to
Write
land
him
the
out of it.
plane without him now,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, he was kind
Yeah,
of
that was like the
whole part of it.
original, like, huge Netflix show, wasn't it? House
Yeah.
of Cards.
I mean, in my memory, it was one of the
yeah.
like post Breaking Bad, a show that took the world by storm that I
Yeah.
kind of remember.
Did you watch it?
I remember I watched a season of it because I loved Kevin Spacey.
Mm.
I thought he was a great fucking actor. I
He
was-
was. I mean, good actor.
And then, yeah. What are we daylining?
Old Tito Jackson lost Tito Jackson.
Yep. Tito went down.
What Tito? Is that a relative of?
Well, member of the Jackson Five, one
okay.
of the Jacksons. Yeah,
Just so one of the brothers then? Okay. Because what's the father's
guitar
name?
player
Joe.
Joe
Is he
Jackson.
dead or?
Yeah,
He's dead.
Okay. I just
Also,
remember he was
a-
quite the like.
Not a great dude.
Yeah, I
as
was gonna say
well.
kind of the ruled with an iron fist. It sounds like
Yep.
a little bit, but play the guitar in Jackson
I think
5?
so. He
I don't
goes in.
know. Yeah.
R.I.P. I liked the Jackson 5.
They had their.
I don't give a heck
The
who
first
knows it.
Jackson 5
Hey,
album
AJ, settle
was
down.
the first
Pardon my
album
French.
ever for the first 4 singles from it went to number 1.
Wow.
The first Jackson 5 album,
I wonder if, dude,
which is crazy because there was a fucking 8-year-old singing.
that's what I'm saying. We're like,
And he turned out fine.
how famous were
Yeah,
they
no
already?
problems whatsoever.
They must have been at least like locally or regionally famous to like get the record label, I guess.
Yeah,
But
they're from Gary, Indiana, and
okay,
so I think they got into Chicago. Maybe I can't remember what their.
Or no, maybe it was their second album because they went from Memphis from Motown to a different label to Epic.
okay. Then they were just like, watch this shit.
Yeah.
Watch, we're gonna put out 5 bangers.
Check this shit out.
Yeah.
Ever heard of ABC 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, say 5
yeah.
all-time
Listen to this.
classics. Yeah. That would.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael is such a tragic story. He's like, of all like the kind of weird shit like this that has come up in Hollywood, I think I have the most sympathy for Michael.
Yeah, that was a hard one. You don't really.
I don't know, if, maybe not sympathy.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
He was giving
a
those
child
kids the
star.
cum icy cold. Yeah. I know. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
What
like
such a fucked up upbringing.
like to be so fucked up as a kid, likely by like a crazy
Yeah.
dad and like an insane rise to stardom. I mean, by the time he like, never mind Thriller, like everything before it was already crazy.
Yeah.
He was already so famous, you know, like.
Yeah, I remember as a kid. I still don't think there's ever been anyone as famous as him. I don't think it'll ever happen again.
I don't think there's anyone as famous as him in the world.
Yeah,
like, for
it was crazy for a while there.
yeah. Well,
Well,
what'd you guys get to this weekend?
I
But it, yeah,
don't even know. What did
It's,
I do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Hung out with kiddos and Sarah.
Getting pretty good at shaking up bottles and
Oh, yeah.
heating them up, or do you even
Mhm.
have to heat them up, or is it
No.
just sink temp?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Is it just like a powder you put in water and shake up?
Mhm.
it's like a little Mio. Just squeeze it in.
That's got all they need.
Mhm.
When do they go to
I don't know.
more foodie type stuff,
think
like
in,
the
like,
applesauce?
9 months
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, depends.
Because I guess eventually they'll need teeth if they really want to chow down.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have bebops with you or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's all my
I don't
baby
really know.
questions for the.
Yeah. I don't have many answers there. Just what's going on now.
Yeah, well, I guess day by day, little things
Day
change.
by
maybe.
day. Yeah.
Because I know you said the poops changed eventually.
Yeah. A lot less poop. A lot more poop at once.
Right.
But a lot
Lower
less frequently.
frequency.
Yeah.
Larger volume.
Yes. Correct.
Stinkier volume as
Yes.
well. I
Also
imagine.
correct.
The volume's been turned up.
It has. It has. Frequency has been turned down. The volume has been turned up.
That's kind of interesting, though.
Big old greasy wet shits. And you're like, don't put your foot in it. Yeah.
You had the little wipies out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that what you? Is it bad enough? Do you like put them in the bath or something?
Nah, I
Or
haven't
you
done
just
that
wipe them down.
You'll get there.
Okay.
When it's a giant blowout and they're just covered in shit, you're like, we got to reboot the whole,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
It's up
Reboot
their
the
back.
system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the worst age for dumps? Like as you raise a child.
Whenever it is they're about to stop wearing diapers and you're trying to get them to stop wearing diapers, that means they're doing full dukes.
Yeah.
They're eating like food. And,
Oh yeah. Like
Wow.
I mean, like you're too big for this. I can't do this anymore.
But they're still
Please,
shitting their pants.
please use the
Yeah.
toilet. And they're like, I'm gonna go stand behind the plant and. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Their face is bright red. Damn it!
Oh boy.
Use the little toilet. That's when it's bad, right at the end.
Yeah,
and then you're
sure.
done. Well, you think
Yeah.
you are. Then they
And
shit
they
their
all do
underwear,
it.
and you're like, this is way worse. Let's go back to the diapers.
Right.
I'm gonna put a diaper on myself.
Oh, speaking of which, If we can go to the exhibit 3,
Oh no!
Oh boy, God,
It's gonna be Velma in diapers.
it's me in diapers. No, I was at Costco
Oh yeah!
and I was like, "Hey, that kind of looks like me."
Ultimate absorbency.
Yeah, we're like I'm a little hairier than that guy across the board, but like
Similar build.
if I had to guess age, I'd be like, yeah, probably like 33, something like that. And I was like, hey,
yeah, that's who's
it's
wearing
never
those.
too early as
That's
far
who's
as I'm
wearing-
concerned.
You've been hired. Oh, finally, I got my gig. We're gonna have you
Is it for Tommy
headless
Hilfiger?
on a diaper bag.
Yeah.
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 We want you to
This
put
the
on
Abercrombie campaign?
Yeah.
No.
I heard Hollister was shooting a new campaign.
Shave your arms and your legs.
Yep. We want you to look like a large man baby.
Yeah.
Ultimate absorbency. You can buy a pretty big box if you ever need diapers, folks. Costco.
Perfect.
Check it out.
Good to know.
And I will say, as someone, because I really thought about it, I blame the pandemic mainly, but then running a business later on was also part of the problem. I was eating, like my DoorDash bill for the years of like 2022, 2023 maybe a little, 2021 a lot. That little gap there that the pandemic started was fucking off the chain.
Yeah.
Like I was spending, I think like $50 to $100 a week maybe on DoorDash sometimes, just because it was like convenient. You could get it, you could time it with your other stuff if you were running around. Or I would eat at the Walnut all the time. Costco and getting that membership, like meal prepping is sort of annoying in a
Yeah.
way.
Until it's done and you're like,
Like
made
I
in
just
shade.
I just meal prepped like basically turkey sausage, egg with like shredded cheese, and then you like wet it and wrap it in a burrito, but then you put it in the freezer because I got Dave.
You
and
wet it?
Oh, just to like seal the burrito.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean? Like an egg roll kind
like
of. or
licking the
whatever.
envelope.
Yeah.
But
But,
you get your jar of warm cum and just one little swipe
Yeah.
on there.
That's all you need.
Little taste. Yep, still good.
Anyway, I think back to these podcasts and go,
Yeah.
why the fuck did you
Very
keep saying that?
Enough of with the cum.
Yes.
Very cum-centric.
Yeah.
Cum-centric circles.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We still got it.
Yep.
But now I have these delicious breakfast burritos because I love a good microwave burrito. That's like
Oh,
a
absolutely.
dirtbag, like
course.
fetish of
Oh,
mine
yeah,
or whatever,
for
a kink of mine, I guess. But now I have my own, and they're like kind of healthier. And so basically, what I'm saying is Costco, and then the preparation side of it actually helped me not be eating DoorDash every day,
Yeah.
paying like $25 to get
Just
a
the
$10 meal
Costco,
to
the
my
fucking
house.
the chicken thing, the chicken
Chicken bake.
bake. Oh man, it's a little salty, but the thing's like $2.
Yeah, the slice of pizza is like this big.
Yeah.
And it's like $1.25.
Yeah, and the
That's
hot
a gentleman's
dogs
meal.
are like $1.25, and they're half a pound, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're delicious. Big
Or are they
beef
quarter
franks.
Yeah. Well, and they
Yeah,
lose
I
lose
respect
money on
that.
their chickens.
The rotisserie chickens.
Yeah, but they still keep selling them for $5 or whatever.
I like the cut of Costco's jib.
They treat
Yeah.
their employees really well too.
Yeah, it seems like everyone that works there seems like they take their job very seriously, especially
Yeah.
the clothing people. If don't unfold anything. If you're to look at it, 'cause some
Yeah.
old white lady will come up and be like, "Yeah," yelling at you incoherently.
That's
But,
where I got my Nintendo Switch at Costco.
yeah, like the
They got
little-
it all there.
They
They do.
They do kind of. I
I've
like
used it
Costco
about
quite a
4
bit.
times.
We're both very domesticated now. Alex has been domesticated for a while. You're fully domestic. You're broken in.
I'm getting broken in.
They got the little bell around your neck now. Used to be a wild bull.
I did. I
Got a
haven't-
little bit in his mouth, saddle on
Yeah.
his back.
Eating all the hay he wants.
Ice cream.
Yes.
When we say hay, we mean ice. We mean best choice, sinfully chocolate.
Yeah.
Let's put one of those feed bags on Toll's face, with ice cream in it.
I do wonder how much I could eat. A lot.
I own an ice cream shop. We can
That's
find
true.
out real quick.
I know I could
True.
eat 2
Ha-
pints for sure in one
Oh,
sitting.
yeah.
Because I eat the 1 pint, I'm like, it's not enough for daddy anymore.
Yeah.
it's like heroin. Like I need it.
It is. That's the problem with it.
Always chasing that ice cream
Yeah.
dragon, you know?
Like, I'm chasing the first time. That first time I finished the.
If you
pump.
don't start, like if I didn't start eating ice cream at night, I could go without it. But once you start eating it, and you're like,
Your brain at about 10:30 is
Yeah.
like, me need ice cream. You're like, you know what? You're right.
yes,
When you're right. You're right.
You know what, brain? When you're right, you're right.
You know what I could use? 4,000 calories
Yeah.
right now. Right at about
I'm bulking.
1:23 a.m.
yes.
Right
I'm
before
try-
bedtime.
Right before I try and fall asleep.
Yeah, that's right. It'll help me sleep.
It hasn't. It doesn't seem to affect my sleepiness,
Huh.
as far as I can tell.
The ice cream itself,
No, or
it just makes you feel
Pop.
cozy, you know.
sure, yeah, and gross.
Called a
For
diabetic
shame.
coma.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a nice heavy sugar
Yeah.
blanket someone lays on you.
It's been a. It's been. There's been less ice cream lately.
A little bit more cereal.
There's been more cereal. There was.
He's a cereal forward kind of diet
Yeah.
guy.
baby steps.
And you make a little pie chart of Toll's caloric intake. We'll work on that ice
I'm
cream.
back on my,
slice.
the jalapeno sausage and coleslaw quick trip.
Oh, Toll.
And I haven't had so far. There's
never
hasn't been
learn.
problems.
Farts are back.
There hasn't been problems yet. So
There's a barrier.
until I
of ice
almost shit
cream.
my pants, I'm gonna keep doing it.
You heard it here first. All right. We've done our hour and 40 minutes, which is pretty
Are you
standard for
serious?
us, and I think that's a good length for us. Gives us enough time to spread our wings, utterly fall apart and break apart in the atmosphere of glory, like
man.
Icarus, and then come back down as debris.
Debris.
Captain Roy, September 28th, 8 p.m. The lineup is official. I can actually. This will be one of the benefits of watching live, folks.
You heard it here
Is you'll
first.
get breaking news,
Breaking
like
news.
we had earlier and like we have right now. The official lineup for Captain Roy's Dan Umpton, Justin Bulver, Matt Jacobson, Brandon Ream, and Jen Cool.
Ooh, nice.
If you know any Des Moines comedy, you know that's a pretty darn good lineup.
It's a rootin' tootin' lineup right there.
And we've sold quite a few tickets already, folks, and it's not that big of a room. So get your tickets now, teeheescomedy.club.
Already.
Well,
Damn.
We don't
Holy
even
cow.
want that .com back, as a matter of fact.
You can have it. Fuck it.
We'll get it back someday, Dave. Don't worry.
What's your new website?
AJSimmons.sucks is the domain I own.
Yeah.
And I will be building a website for myself finally. I don't know if I'll put my comedy necessarily there, but I'll put like graphic design work, website work.
Here's what you do. You have
Some rest.
AJ Simmons dot sucks, and then you have a directory after that called @comedy. Then that's the URL. AJ Simmons sucks @comedy. Then you list your comedy.
Oh.
On that.
That's
Wow.
all right. Shyla, cut that.
Letting these good ideas go out
Yeah.
live on the internet.
Hit the drop button. But that was a great idea. And I know I talked a little bit. Did I mention that on Friday I'm going to put out my 5 minutes of stand up? I did mention it. Whatever.
You did.
No
I don't know
sleep.
if you said it was going to be on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. I don't know, probably just at midnight or something. But
Heck yeah.
yeah, I'm nervous. But be gentle. It's a little dirtier maybe than I would have chose to do in hindsight. But that was the vibe I was with, I guess, that last night of the club.
Are you going to leave my intro on there?
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
I even put you at the end, too. I don't know if you watched all the way to the
yeah.
end. There's like a little blooper kind of you at the end. And it's funny because you can hear Alex in the very beginning go, "Oh!" like as I'm coming on stage. And then throughout, you can hear Alex and Toll kind of giggle and things like that. And we have clips of Toll and Alex and Dave and lots of people with this stuff. So I'm sure we'll see more of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, be gentle with me. All right, folks. But also give me
Downvote.
But also, yeah, exactly.
Thumbs down.
Give me lots of views, you know. We're trying to make it shake over here.
I'm sure it will do great.
I hope so. It really has been tough for me to, because I feel like when you're doing stand-up, it's contained to the room, so you almost always have control over it.
Right.
Where it's like now you're putting it out into the world and people who you don't, like you're not in the room anymore
Right.
almost. It's just out into the world.
Yeah.
It's scarier.
Yeah.
This guy sucks and he looks stupid. You're like, well, I
Yeah.
know. Jesus Christ.
I'm commenting that
Welcome
myself.
to the internet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but Black Hat ice cream, as always, is a good plug, right?
It's a good plug.
Closed on Mondays. I actually last night wanted to go and get some ice cream. I drove all the way to Black Cat. Forgot it was closed on Monday.
Today is Monday.
Beep up. Boop.
AJ was in a fugue state. It was 1:30 in the morning.
Ice cream.
Then what am I thinking of? God, yeah, I got the days mixed up. I swear to God, just recently I was thinking of Black Cat, wanted to go and it was closed, but that wouldn't make. Maybe I was thinking of a previous week.
I don't know.
Could be.
I haven't been in a while. Gotten
Yeah,
any nugs.
but I thought of you, is what I'm saying.
Take the girlies there.
Yep.
Get some ice cream.
The nugs.
Mhm.
The nugs.
Yeah, what's the current nug situation?
We got mint chocolate nugs.
Gotta get me some of those.
Mhm.
That was my
Pretty good.
formerly. That was, if it was standard packaged ice cream, I would say my favorite flavor of the OGs is
The old
probably
guard.
mint chocolate chip.
That's the number one. I think in most polls, that's the number one flavor of ice cream is mint chip,
Really?
which I would not have guessed, but
It was my favorite when I was a young person, but I feel like, I found other things. I found caramel cone Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, more
Very-
mature flavors.
you found it and then you married it,
Mm,
made an honest woman out of it.
Hey, ooh.
not too honest. Venmo at Tobo Cop. Support your local girl dad.
Yep.
Shout out Dave. Executive producer Shyla. I'm
Good
trying to
job.
think if there's anything.
I feel like we have to say something worthwhile before this is over.
One more big laugh.
Mm,
No.
no, don't
Something
put.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it is lacking a little gravitas right now. I do agree with that,
Yeah.
but sometimes, it does just, you land the plane.
They
Just the way it
do.
goes.
Let me see
I
what-
feel like I'm out of the loop of just everything going on, even though I'm not really, but just feels that way.
I mean, your
Babies will
lifestyle's
do that.
changed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't done comedy in a long time.
We miss you.
Yeah.
We could use the hearty toll laughs and jokes.
I'm never gonna laugh again. Not at open mics, at least.
Yeah.
Just gonna give people cold, hard stares.
The stare only a father could give.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Stern.
Mm-hmm. No, I do need to get back out there, though. I got actual shows coming up at some point. I've
Yeah, do you
agreed.
wanna-
I've agreed to like 2 shows.
Yeah.
3 I don't know.
Now's a great time to plug them.
If I could tell you when or where they were, I would.
Check Toll's Venmo for the dates.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
you
doing
follow
one. I'm
at
doing one
Toll
of
Cop.
Ian Pope's shows.
Oh, yeah. I think,
Where that's somewhere that people know.
yeah, if it's a
Groucho's.
Groucho's, we might all 3 be on that then.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I think I know. Oh, then David might be on it as well.
Well, he gave me options.
Same.
I wonder. It'd be
I
weird if
chose
we
the
all took
October.
the same.
Yeah, I said October.
I think I did too. What the fuck? Ooh, cool. That'll be good.
Groucho's doesn't know what it's in for.
Yep,
Mm.
that's true.
Yeah. The last one I went to was wild. Ian is like the greatest showrunner of all time because he does not care.
Really? That's
It's
awesome.
like true, ambush style comedy a little. And it is very, it's exciting to be around because it's not manicured like stand up shows at like a club tend to
I
be.
love it.
Yeah. Those are like the shows I remember from the old days, the
Yeah.
old country,
Yep.
Yelling at people, forcing them to listen to you
That's right.
when they don't want to.
Listen to my jizz jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
I will be heard. All right, folks. Well, if we could talk directly to you, I'd ask, what'd you do this weekend? But I can't.
Yeah,
You know? So
We'll never
I think
know.
it's yeah, we got the plugs in there. Venmo at Tovo Cop, Black Cat Ice Cream, TeeHeesComedy.club, Captain Roy, September 28th. AJ's comedy 5-minute special, Hot, coming out Friday on Netflix. Yeah, thanks Shyla for writing everything tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always
You've-
Great job as always.
You've done better work, Shyla.
very calm.
yeah.
I've been your dutiful host,
Mhm.
AJ Simmons.
Been your beautiful co-host, Tom McCrane.
It is.
And I've been the ice cream king of Des Moines, Iowa, Alex Carter.
Goodbye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.